Hello, here we go again with an Osaka League game played on 2 handicap this time where white won by resignation. So white was already ahead before killing the bunch of stones in the top right corner and therefore black had to resign. This is a game where the shapes are pretty good both for black and white, and black somehow played a little bit too cautious throughout the game. So let's have a look. We have a Komoku, a high approach in the top left corner. Now the basic Joseki, but here we see something interesting. White pips like AlphaGo to make a resilient shape in the top and then extend further. So black connects solid, that is very good. Black also has the option to play a Kosumi, and if white pushes, black will just protect, but this leaves more co-threats later on. Playing the solid move, black's corner is very safe. So this happens when white doesn't want to finish up the Joseki at L17. This would be the basic pattern. So white plays a pip, and now the shape is just more flexible, so white can play away. That's an option, yeah. Kakari all the way. White can also play f3. White can leave the formation in the top left corner as it is, because when black approaches around k16, for example, it's very easy to jump out in the middle with an O-Gamer or a horse neck formation. So approach the top, that's fine. Black pincers. Black wants to punish white for not finishing the Joseki. Usually black just defends, and black got the time because it's a 2 handicap game. White extends back to L16 or L17, probably in this case O-Gamer, but either way it's fine. And then black can approach the lower right corner. So this would be still very balanced, but black wants to fight a little bit. So white plays a double approach. White can also consider a jump, then a counter attack with a cap move. So things can get very complicated already. But double approach is fine. Interesting move for black to play the shoulder hit. Usually black plays an attach one way or the other, and we can have this kind of Joseki, then white plays away. That's a very basic pattern. Or white plays the Hane and then attaches in the top. In this case, white wants to make sure black is not going to build too much in the top area. And then this can also become very complicated. So interesting idea to play n16 though. Now here white can push and fight, but white decided to take the corner, keep things simple. That's a fine option. Black of course goes for the top side. Nobi, very good, creates cutting points. White defends with this Kosumi, so this prevents the cuts, but white can also descend for the same reason. Because when white descends at R18, this will expand the liberties, so there is no way for black to push, cut here, attack in the corner, and then catch the stones, because white can just turn to the left. Also white can capture on the right, but turning to the left, white can connect to the other stone. So even if black has a stone at Q18, this sequence doesn't work. So white just has more liberties. Now the reason for R18 is that black will block. Black doesn't want to allow the connection underneath at O17. So now white is sente. White can play away like this, or slide in the top, for example here, threatening to approach to this O17, then go up. And this will give a base for the top group, but it's quite crucial to take Sente instead of Gote. So playing a move like S13 looks elegant and nice, but it's Gote. Black can continue in the top with this approach to remove the base, or any other move, P3, a large point too. But when white goes down, this will defend against the cuts. Black needs to protect, and then white can grab a big point like this or approach the bottom side. So quite a big difference, Sente versus Gote. So black approach O3. Here white played very calm on the right side. Q6 is very good actually. It's in a good relationship with S13. Generally, we see a lot of Kosumi here to prevent being pressed down at Q5. It's the same reason for Q6. It's also going to prevent the press. But yeah, Q6 will narrow the gap on the right side. Also, white can think of moves like M4, but it's just gonna be more complex. So defend calm. Black extends back. Usually black extends on the third line. This is a safer way to keep the base, but black can also ignore. So for black it's very nice to play a move like H17, because it's going to start attacking the top group. So if this happens and white goes down, black can come from the center with moves like this and then continue with a peep. So this will make white heavy. Therefore, white has to jump out. And even if black connects under, this is more urgent for white, a priority to escape to the center. So black extends m4, bottom side is quite large too. But this kind of move allows an invasion at k3. White enter f3. So when white plays a move like k3 and black will double up with m3, white can extend g3. If black plays a pincer, g3, h3, white can jump out, but now the two black stones are still a little bit under pressure, because white can always slide and remove the base. So this group is going to become a target. Therefore, it's much better for black to go m3 than m4. Anyway, when white plays a move like f3, black can pincer h3, which happened in the game. Black can also consider the kick, but in this case, white extends ideal to k3. White is not going to extend only j3 and allow this move. So that's why black pincered. Anyway, on the pincer, white has the option to go c3 or double approach c6. So c6 is the actual move. Here black can attach f4, then just go for the bottom side. This is another basic Joseki that ends in center for black, and now it gives more meaning to m4. So finishing up the Joseki in center, black can approach the top or invade the right side at r8. But black attach on the other side, which is playable too, but probably not so great. It leaves more agi on the bottom side. Yeah, this wedge is the old school variation. Normally just Hane block, white defense, either connect solid, sometimes this hanging connection, but connect solid, then black will connect solid too, or play an attach move. Then if white pushes, black connects, Hane, hanging connection, Atari connect. And when white connects, black doesn't have to play another move because h3 is already in place. Otherwise, black would play j3, j4. But here black already has the extension, so it's good to tenuki. That would be a modern Joseki, but this is fine too. And then catch the stone with g4. So old fashioned, the wedge, which creates cutting points. Atari, turn, this is all good. And then black enter the right side. Yeah, this r8 is very big. Locally, black can play e3, black can descend b3, or just play a one space jump at h5 to go for a big bottom side, but it's a good idea to play r8, it's quite active. So white cuts right away. This cut, it's a little bit too early. It's worth about 20 points, but it's usually played before the small endgame stage. So right now, for white, it's important to do something about this r8. So either attach here and attach again and jump out. This way, white will secure the corner, and the two stones on the right side are pretty heavy, so they need to extend for a base somehow. Another option is to play an attach here, then block like this, in order to get stronger in the corner, create some cutting points, and then counter attack the stone on the right side. So it's quite urgent to react on the right. Let's see, so white cuts first. Besides, there are other options if white doesn't cut. For example, white can play f2, threatening to cut at d3. So when black plays something here, white will cut and just build more in the corner. Now, if black protects the corner at d2, white can enter k3, then push and connect under in order to break the bottom side. So this would be a much better damage for white. Therefore, it's good to wait. I mean, when you have this invasion at k3 and combine it with f2 in order to create miai, so the reason for this k3 is to go down to f2 and then either cut a d3 or connect under h2. That's how you prepare the follow-up. So now white cuts and that's it. Black will give up the stone. And actually black doesn't have to play f4 right away. So this was a successful variation for white in the end. Black should continue on the right side. For example, s6 or a Kosumitsuke like q4. If white goes down, black can cut this way. If white pulls back, black can honey in the corner or jump out and put pressure on the 3 stones. It's more interesting for black to get something on the right. For example, playing this slide, not so easy for white to keep the base. So when white plays a bump, black can push along. If white plays here, black can double up and now it threatens the cut. When white plays a kick like this, black will go up and white still needs another move to stay connected, then black extends on the right side. So this is better. When white cuts like this, black captures. If white goes up, black can connect. And on this move, we have the Han and fight. So black is not going to suffer so much if she doesn't play the f4 move. But okay, it's a handicap game, so sometimes black just shows too much respect to the opponent when taking handicap, so it, turn, it turns to become more defensive. So white got the pincer, fighting spirit. Oh, black wants to increase the bottom mode. That's a nice idea. But the natural move is to come out. You don't want to lose this R8 stone. It's going to be a very big right side for white, which just happened. So cap move, then Nobi. Yeah, nice idea. Here, white can also play the Hane. Even if black goes like this and Samatari, the stone on the right side it's already in trouble. Then black has to pull back and white can just catch some more. But anyway, Nobi is nice, so all of a sudden R8 died inside with a lot of surrounding territory. So black should really make this bottom side large. Therefore, black has to push again or Keima or start an attack in the top. If black doesn't expand the bottom really big, then it's a problem. So white comes in, reduces the moyo on the sector line. That's a nice idea. Actually, the move can be J8, more in the middle between the wall and the other wall. So it's pretty much the same distance from the left and the right. And well, next move is to go down to J6, for example. So for black, it's quite natural to block at J6. Oh, actually, white can come down to J5, J4. And then white should play other moves. So white played here. Well, for this, black can just block the bottom, J7. It's still a pretty big box. And then white might go back and connect his stones. I'm not sure who's leading right now, but it's probably still a very balanced game. Anyway, yeah, K might fighting spirit. Black tries to kill this H8 reducing move on a large scale, but it's not gonna be easy. Actually, for white, it's interesting to play a move like J5. If black doesn't respond here, but tries to surround, white comes inside with an attach move, then one space jump, Ane, and this kind of shape to make a Sabaki and live inside, fix a base. So when white plays a move around here, or even J4, black defends, and then you go out with a much better shape. Anyway, two space jumps, so it's hard to contain this group. And black now goes back to get the bottom side. Well, probably the right move is somewhere around here, trying to put more pressure on white stones, then a peep, and then separate. Black still builds a lot, and white somehow got the stick and needs to run out. So black goes for the bottom. Tsuke, interesting, quite aggressive. Black goes up, that's good. Now white discards the stone, but is still able to reduce most of the bottom side. So here, black should come back and protect. And keep the bottom. But black jumps out, and white jumps in. White should go shoulder hit right away. Actually, this move will come pretty soon. And it's really crucial. It reduces a lot. This move can wait. First, reduce the bottom. The shapes are really good here for white. No matter how black blocks, white comes in. This move is not necessarily sente. Black can block the middle, then on the push, just jump. On the bottom, usually, after this move, white can play the kick. This will force black go up or down, and that's generally center. Black blocks, so now white can reduce from the other side. This move seems a little bit slow too. So if white comes in and black captures a stone here, this is gote for black. And anyway, the move q2 was more like a kikashi because black answered p2, so now you can leave it behind. This turn feels a little bit slow. So for black to attack the large group, it's interesting to play moves like this. And then try to separate this line. And also think about the peep next. So turn, then jump to connect to the top, that's good. Now white of course will go for a sacrifice here. Black can go up, threatening the cut, and then catch the two stones. But they are actually small, only 6 points in gote. Very good for white to play away, but this j4 should be played soon. After this move it's good to go down, because he's threatening the jump and connect under, so black will answer and then Han and connect. This is always white center to play q18. So q18, and here black can answer o18. If white cuts, the two stones are captured. So this way black is not going to lose the group at the end. Alright, then jump in finally, very good. This is a nice defense to turn left, because it impacts the other stones instead of just blocking here. It's a good indirect defense. When black pushes, white just blocks, but black has to come back and protect. This move leaves too many holes. White can just go down. So black should pull back and capture the stone, and later think about a way to connect under. And the shape point is this, Keima. If white pushes, black will bump. If white plays something here, black pushes and cuts. So playing like this, it's very easy to penetrate. So push, and black can go down again, which is sente, and now play a clamp or a jump. But that actually happens soon. So Han and Nobi, yeah, this increases the right side a little bit. Interesting move, but a little bit dangerous. Normally this is threatening to connect to the top, so black is supposed to play here. But if black plays Hane, Atari, Atari again, and then connect, now this guy is separated. So that's a bit more dangerous for white. Let's see the actual game. Oh, black played a clamp. Yeah, this punishes white for not going down at k18. That was actually pretty big. I'm pretty sure every time white goes down, black will block here. Then white should think about ways to enclose this area. So jump, which is kind of overplayish, black can also play here to separate, because when white pushes this will happen, and on this move just cut. So black clamps, Hane to protect, and everything was sente. Here black should play a one space jump, try to catch the stone on a large scale, and also look for cuts on the dragon. In fact here white should pay attention, because the whole group here has 0 eyes so far. But it's hard to kill the large dragons in general. The center dragon never dies, according to the proverb. So here white reduces a little bit in cente. Fine. Then white goes out from the top. Now the proper move for black is to play under. Either this move, if white pushes like this, block to connect under. When this push, block again. Atari, you don't have to answer, the group is already alive. And then black should try some counter attack in the middle. It's probably the only chance to hope for something in this game. So now the whole group in the top, I mean from the top towards the bottom, it's going to be under a big pressure. So black went down. Another option for black to connect in the top is to turn, push, and connect under. Playing here, this is a little bit of a sacrifice, probably without black's will. And now, yeah, black is forced to resign. Too much territory on the right side, and if there's no way to kill the dragon, then yeah, black didn't see a way to continue this game. Well done, pretty good shapes overall, nice ideas, quite flexible play by white in general, and this paid off. Very nice to see some improvement at this level. Keep it up.